Chris, thanks so much. Well, Just in Time for Foster Youth is hosting a series of open house events to help spread awareness on the challenges that transitioning age foster youth face. Casey McKinnon is live in Mission Valley with more on those details. Hey, Casey.
Hi, Lauren. Well, the open house, it all kicks off today. We just arrived a little bit early, and we have Dawn Wells joining me this morning from Just in Time Foster Youth. And Dawn, we are now in a different room, and we're showcasing the different things that Just in Time Foster Youth helps with. And it's really the transition from when you are out of the foster care system into the real world. So walk us through where we're standing right now and some of the programs you have to offer.
Exactly. So the thing is, we help with resources and relationships. So those two things combined are what makes things work. And when young people come out of the foster care system, they haven't had any of the preparation that people have when they are with an intact family that helps support them. So we try to help them to navigate that transition. So it starts really with basic need stuff. So do I have enough food to eat? Do I have transportation? Can I take the trolley? And if I move into an apartment, do I have a bed to sleep in, or a table, or pots and pans? And so we help with all of that. That's part of what we try to help young people do, so they're not in survival mode and they can think about their future.
And something interesting you told me, Dawn, was that when you're in the foster care system, not a lot of people talk about getting your driver's license, and that's something that you help with here as well.
Right. And helping people get a driver's license can be kind of scary because you're helping people learn to drive. But if you don't have transportation in San Diego, if you're counting on the trolley, and so you're trying to get a job and it takes you an hour to get there, an hour to get home, and you're trying to go to school and work too, that just doesn't work. So we help young people get their driver's license, and also at some point they go through our financial fitness service, they also are able to actually buy a vehicle.
That is amazing, and I'm sure one of the toughest things is getting your driver's license, but also walking into your first home and not knowing what to do. So Samantha is over here, and Samantha, you've been through the foster care system, and you have utilized almost every single program that Just in Time for Foster Youth has to offer. So walk us through your experience and what it was like to walk into your first home or your apartment or condo.
Yeah, so a lot of foster youth have access to transitional housing, but when that excitement of moving into your first apartment kind of wears off and you realize, like, oh, I don't have a bed to sleep in, or I don't have things to cook with, for me, it definitely sparked, oh, I need to find resources for this. So I came to Just in Time, and I was able to do a shopping day where I walked around with a volunteer, and they kind of helped me pick out items that I would need, and even things I didn't think about, like a shower curtain, just things that would have slipped my mind. And so being able to go through that process and feel empowered to pick out things that I needed was really impactful. And then also having somebody help me move all that stuff into my first apartment. I was on the second floor of an apartment. I had no idea how I was going to move in the couch. And so having a volunteer actually help me take it up was just so helpful.
Yeah, because you're given all of these resources and you're like, now what do I do with it? And you have a lot of different books of My Essential First Home Starter Kit, and they give all of these items that you see on the table to each individual that is walking into their first home and experiencing life on their own. So it's really great that they have so many different resources, and that's why they are having their open house today. So I want to bring in Dawn Wells just one last time so our viewers know more about the open house, Just in Time for Foster Youth, but also if they can't make it out, what's coming up next?
Well, the big thing really is that none of this happens without our community. We're a community-based organization, so the resources and the relationships come from people out there in the community. So I would encourage people to go to our website, jitfosteryouth.org, to see how you can fit in. And it's everything from, some people just come in and they might do a workshop about how to do your taxes. Other people have these long-lasting relationships with youth that really are the difference between somebody feeling like they don't have a sense of belonging, somebody feeling like there's somebody who always has their back.
All right. Well, Dawn, thank you so much. And one other thing that they also need is those volunteers. So if you are someone out there in the community that would like to help out such a great organization, you can also visit their website and find more information on how to get involved. Paul and Lauren, I will send things back to you.
All right. Sounds good, Casey. Thank you.
Well,